Andrew, coming from a multi-generational family business, having your family going through successions so many times. You've had your company in the family for 118 years, right?
Correct, yes.
So what were the lessons learned from your grandfathers and grand-grandfathers, and how have you done it differently, having learned from them what they couldn't do better?
Well, I think it's a really interesting question, that, because actually I would say the first two generations there was really no formality. It was father to son inheritance.
Right.
When I was appointed chairman in 1999, we were a much bigger company at that stage, and it was slightly at the end of an era. We'd had 25 years of the family providing the chairman and the chief executive.
Right.
And we realised that we needed to make a change. We needed to professionalise our business. So we decided that we were going to be governing owners rather than owner managers. That's a big change. 100 years sort of managing the business, and suddenly we sort of get other people to manage it, and we stand behind them. And that actually, in some ways, made our decision to have a good process much easier. So we actually went down the route of a strong process of developing the next generation, measuring their improvement, and the whole purpose really was to equip them to elect their own leader.
I see.
So it wasn't going necessarily to the firstborn. They should decide who their next leader was. So, and we embarked on quite a sophisticated process actually, with a lot of outside help.
So you basically helped yourself to develop a process, put a process in place that would be fair, and that would reflect the skills and basically talents only from your family members, or have you also considered external people for the board appointments, for instance?
Well, the first thing you said was the first most important thing. It has to be fair. We use the word transparent. So in that development process of the next generation, there were 5. Actually, to start with, there were 7 of them, and then 2 actually dropped out.
Right.
Decided they didn't want to come into the business. So, but those 5, we had a proper process, and they shared that process amongst themselves. So transparent. I had one word to say to people going from generation to generation. I think it would be transparency. Whatever you do, it's got to be seen to be fair.
Right.
And so that's I think that's the fundamental point where I would start from. Yeah.
Thank you. And coming from a country, from the UK, where you have enjoyed an uninterrupted process and period of private ownership, as opposed to our country and the entire Eastern Europe, where we had 40 years pause. What would be your message to Czech entrepreneurs that basically are in the position of the founders of the first generation? What would be your recommendation, and what is your message to them?
Well, I think I'd be cautious about giving any recommendation because I don't really fully understand, obviously, exactly how things. I would say every company is different. So every family is different. I think from our point of view, I would have said that the governance is really important. So do spend time getting the governance right. So we, for example, in Wates, we have always had since 1930. We've had very strong non-family, non-executives on our board. And I think that's a really important discipline. They provide the discipline. The family have to behave when they've got outside people saying, no, don't do that, or that's not right. So, and these are not friends of the family. These are recruited. We use headhunters to do that. We go out and find the best possible non-executives. And they bring to the table the skills that actually augment the family skills.
Right.
And that's... So I think that's really important. First point, so have a strong board, good governance. The second thing I say is do look outside. There's some fabulous training programs now. So for example, IMD, INSEAD, Harvard, and actually I could say they're unbelievable. I mean, they are really, really good now. And they are good on all those issues that are personal. They have family courses for like MBAs. They have MBAs for families. I did a little presentation in Kuala Lumpur 3 years ago now. I was amazed that practically everyone in the room had done an MBA on family businesses. They knew more about it than I did. They really did know more about it than I did. But then, of course, how you balance that, the academic side with the practical side of actually managing a family and managing in-laws and all those tensions that come, and they do come. That is where each family is different.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Andrew, and thank you for coming
Not
to
at all.
Family Business
I'm
for
looking forward to seeing you.
2016.
Yeah, good.
Thank you.